Good morning, guys. Welcome to another video. I promised you an update on what is going on and what I'm doing now. So I thought I would do that this morning, but I thought I would do it in kind of a vlog, what I eat in a day sort of video, because I haven't done one of those in a very, very long time. So we did just first thing in the morning. I just got up. It's a little later than usual. It's about 6:20. And it's check-in day, so I thought that was also a really perfect day to do this. That's a little bit of a hint about what I'm doing now. I'm still in my pajamas. It's early, like I said, so I'm talking a little low because my husband is still sleeping. But I am going to step on the scale and take some progress pics for check-in day and then get my day started. I'm excited to take you with me. It's been so long. I'll see you in a little bit. I'm excited to spend the whole day with you. Okay guys, so progress pictures are done. Weigh-in is done. I am more dressed than I was before. And I'm ready to start my day. So I filled my water, my 32-ounce mason jar. I told you guys in my last video that with 75 hard, my routine was to fill this jar with water every morning and drink it down first thing, and then have 3 more throughout the day. And I'm still doing that because even though it was my least favorite part of 75 hard, it became a habit. So now like my body just craves the water, especially first thing in the morning. So I still do that. And then I make my coffee because coffee is life. I love coffee. I love the taste of it. I don't really use it to wake up. I'm a morning person. I'm up. But I really love the taste of coffee. And so I never used to make it because I'm terrible at making it. So I would go out and buy like coffee, which I know, huge waste of money, but I'm terrible at making it. I tried a Keurig, but I felt bad for the environment with the K-cup since we got rid of that. Anyway, I was walking through Costco the other week and they had this giant bag of coffee and it was like Starbucks coffee for like $17 or $18 for what would last me like 3 months. And I'm like, I have a French press at home. I have a coffee grinder at home because I use it for flax seeds. I can figure this out. So I bought the coffee and I figured it out and it's really good. So every morning I make enough to have some in this jar before I go to the gym, just a little taste, and then I put the rest in this swell and it keeps it nice and warm for me for when I get back so I can have it with my breakfast. Also, I was in Costco again a couple weeks ago and they had the coffee on sale. Look, they're giant bags. I bought 2 because they were on sale. It was like $12 or $13 for the giant bag. So $24 for like 3 or 6 months of coffee with the 2 of them. That would be like, you know, less than a week worth of buying the same amount of coffee at Starbucks. Anyway, Starbucks coffee in my home. So anyways, I'm going to finish my water, then fill my jar again, take some of that with me to the gym. I still do my workouts fasted first thing in the morning, although now it's getting really late. But first thing in the morning, fasted workouts, and then I will come home and I'll have breakfast and we'll chat about what I'm doing now since 75 hard ended. I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so workout is done and I'm back for breakfast. It is almost 10 o'clock. It'll probably be 10 by the time I eat. I just wanted to show you what I'm making. This is probably a good time to say I'm just showing you what I eat to give you an example of what somebody who is vegan and who is looking to burn fat and build muscles, they're coming, eats in a day. It's just one day. Just an example, don't necessarily eat like this. I'm not gonna actually tell you what my macros are right now because I don't think you should necessarily follow them. So go somewhere like IFYM or any of the websites where you can get a macro calculator, plug in your information, and go from there. But for me, this is what I'm having for breakfast today. I am having a waffle with just egg and some sausage and some peanut butter and jelly on the waffle and some greens and mushrooms because I love vegetables. So the greens are these Power to the Greens from Trader Joe's. And then I just have a couple of brown communion mushrooms that I'm going to chop up. I'm going to have 3 of these field roast sausages, which I have come to really love. And on waffle, I found these in the store. Some of the boxes actually say they have protein in them. This is a newer box. I have an older box with the last one. I'm gonna have 1 waffle, and I'm gonna have one of these, just egg folded. I used to use the one that comes in the jar and you can like portion out however much you want, but this one is just so much more convenient and I love it because I love convenience. Because as much as I like cooking, I don't really like cleaning and I don't really like spending all day in the kitchen. So this I have been using recently. We're in an Airbnb right now while our place is being renovated, and I started using this before we left our old place because it was just so convenient to do everything in one place. It's like a Cuisinart Riddler Gourmet. Anyway, so I brought it with me to the Airbnb to use here, and I cook everything on it. So waffle goes on there. This goes back in the freezer. I'm gonna throw everything on here, chop it up, and then I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. So while I'm waiting, I'll tell you about this jelly. It's, what do they call it? Organic fruit spread. I found it at Whole Foods. I was using, I think I have the other one in here. My husband still uses it. I was using this one from Costco, which is delicious. It's got 4 different fruits, strawberries, cherries, red currants, and raspberries. But after the fruits, it also has a lot of sugar. So the next ingredient is sugar and then brown sugar. So it was getting a little bit too much on the carbs. I wanted to eat other carbs other than sugar. So I found this one, which the same serving size has half the carbs because the only ingredients are wild lingonberries and apple juice and pectin. So I don't know what a wild lingonberry is. I didn't know. There's a picture of it on the jar. That didn't really help. But I figured, I'll give it a try. That's actually pretty good. So, I mean, throw it on a waffle. Can't be bad. And these waffles are really good. They're like cinnamony and quite delicious. Highly recommend them. Check out our food. Looks pretty good. They say that you can put that egg in the toaster. I don't know. I have this thing. It works. I guess I'm drinking my coffee black. I love a good creamy latte. Don't get me wrong. But when I started 75 Hard, when I was doing the IFYM, I was like, well, let me put some unsweetened whatever milk I had at the time. I think it was soy milk from Trader Joe's, unsweetened soy milk from Trader Joe's, which I love. I love it for making overnight oats and for other things. But it just didn't enhance my coffee that much that I was like, that's something I have to put in my coffee. So I just put some sweetener, no calorie stevia. in my coffee and I drink it black, and I still love it because, like I said earlier, I love the taste of coffee. That's how I do it. This peanut butter is PB Fit that I made into peanut butter. I never used to do this, and I still don't do it all the time. When I make my overnight oats or ice cream or whatever it is, I just throw the powder in. But I tried just throwing the powder on the waffle one day, and it was a little weird. So I was like, well, let me try to make it into a paste. And it turned out excellent. So here we are, using the paste on my waffle. And it's like a ton. This is like half a serving, and it's like a ton of peanut butter paste. And last step, I am going to weigh out my jelly. I'm the only one who eats this. So I just lick my spoon and I'm putting it in the jelly. Come at me. Okay, we're all done. Let's eat. Okay, close up of the meal. This is what we got. A waffle with the peanut butter PB Fit, the jelly, the just egg, the spinach and the sausage and the mushrooms. I love it. I have a variation of this meal at least 4 days a week. Usually the egg stays, the greens stay, the sausage stays. Sometimes it's a piece of Ezekiel bread, and I think you're crooked, but you're very precariously perched right now on a stack of books, so sorry about that. Sometimes it's a piece of Ezekiel bread. Sometimes it is just the jelly. Sometimes it's the Miyoko's butter. Sometimes the mushrooms go away. It depends how I'm feeling. This is what I was feeling this morning. It's delicious. So while I eat, sorry if you don't like videos where people eat in front of you, but let me tell you about what I'm doing now. So towards the end of my towards the end of my 75 hard, second time around, I was feeling like I needed a little bit of professional guidance. I wanted to make sure that moving forward, considering how I had lost weight and my body had changed, that I was doing the right things to burn fat and build muscle. So I was like, maybe I'll hire a coach to help me and just make sure that my macros are right. And this one channel that I was watching was talking about their coaching and how they do reverse dieting, and after a show they don't just drop their clients, they do reverse dieting, they do refeeds, they do all the healthy things so that like you're not constantly on a diet and your body has a chance to relax, your metabolism can catch up, and they're all very knowledgeable. So I thought I would contact them and see what they had to say. Also, that was a really big bite for someone who's just sitting in front of a camera and talking while they're eating. Also, they had worked with vegans, so I knew that they weren't going to be like, you have to have fish oil in order to be healthy, or some nonsense like that. So I wrote to them, and the person that I wanted to work with was full up. He was like too busy, but they recommended somebody else, and she has been really great. So every week I fill out a really detailed form, information on my weight, my waist measurement, how I'm feeling, what I feel like I want to do I want to maintain, do I want to push, anything that she needs to know, what my macro goals were for the week, what my macros actually were for the week, what type of exercise I did, how long I did that exercise for, and progress pictures. And I send that all to her. And then she sends me back either an email with information about where we should go, or sometimes a video. Did not get a video this week, otherwise I would share it with you, but she just sent me an email back with some information, and we're keeping everything the same, which is great for me this week because I already planned today, so I don't have to make adjustments. And she also gave me a training plan. She prescribes weekly the amount of cardio that she wants me to do. And I can do it however I want as long as I get to the number of minutes. And what I usually do is really a third of it running and then 2/3 walking, or sometimes last week it got closer to almost half and half, but it's usually more walking than running. And walking, I usually try and do incline on a treadmill, but sometimes if it's nice out, I'll go outside. And then strength training. So she gave me a plan where I do 5 days a week of strength training, 2 days a week are heavy, and 3 days a week of hypertrophy. And the hypertrophy days are lower weight, higher rep. So that is what I'm doing, and that is how I am moving forward. And if you guys have any questions about that, let me know. But it's going really great. I decided to sign up for, I wanted to do the month to month, but they have like a 3-month minimum. So I am 2 months in, and things are going great. So I'm gonna finish my breakfast. If you have any questions, like I said, leave them down below, and I'll see you when I make my lunch. Okay, because I know some of you are probably very concerned that I did not shower before I had breakfast after the gym. I am showered now, clean, and would this even be a vlog if I didn't show you my outfit of the day? So this is it. Pretty cute, I think. The sports bra actually matches my shorts. Like, I have put together an outfit today. Okay. Oh, I even put on a little makeup. You see that? All right, let's go make lunch. Okay, time for lunch. I've saved y'all some time. I did some chopping in advance. I'm having a large salad for lunch. So if you look, you'll see it's a lot of green, but I've got some lettuce. It's all gonna go in this bowl right here. So lettuce, and I have a little bit of arugula here because I really like arugula. I like the bite that it gives. It's a little bit spicy. It's a little bit something different, not just your everyday just lettuce. I don't need to hold you down there. It's been a while. And then I've got some celery and cucumber. That is all the green. I have a little bit of scallions here. And then for a little bit of color, I've got tomatoes, little grape tomatoes. My favorite tomatoes are Juno Bites. I've only ever seen those at Costco though. But I saw these at Trader Joe's Maverick Mix, and they are very similar, and they have some yellow and orange and different color ones, but I like them because they actually have a lot of flavor and they're very sweet, not like just the average regular ones you find in the supermarket. So we got some tomatoes for color, and then for my dressing, I have my raw vegan ranch dressing. It's my favorite. Some of the things in this meal, you guys, if you've been along for the ride for my channel, are gonna look very familiar because go with what you know, right? These are things that I love to eat, so I'm still eating them. And yes, this is an entire 1/4 cup of dressing because I really like it. So I work it into my macros that I can have a 1/4 cup of dressing. This is 1 serving according to my recipe, which, by the way, you can find on my channel because I did a recipe video. I'll link it over here. I did a recipe video for how to make this dressing. So that is that. And then, oh, I was just gonna lean this on my water. Just so you know, this is mason jar number 3 of water, so I'm 3/4 of the way there once I finish this, which I'll finish with my lunch. 3/4 of the way to a gallon, that is. And then for my protein for my salad, I'm going to have something else that longtime viewers might recognize. I did a taste test of the Trader Joe's tofu. There's 2 flavors, sriracha baked tofu and teriyaki. I have come to just prefer the sriracha one, and I feel like it goes really well with the ranch because it kind of reminds me of like buffalo wings with ranch. That same sort of spicy. I'm gonna just chop it on this napkin so it doesn't get my cutting board all messy. But I saved you some chopping time watching also because I'm in the tiny kitchen. Lunch in my tiny kitchen is not always fun. So I'm just chopping up the sriracha tofu, and you can actually find the taste test video that I did on my channel. I'll put a link to that as well if you want to watch that. And I'm just gonna throw this on top of my salad. And that is it. That is my lunch. And I actually signed up for a webinar to learn some stuff this afternoon. So I will probably get myself set up and eat this while I watch that. For those of you who did not enjoy having breakfast with me while I put food in my mouth and tried to talk to you about what I'm doing lately, you might enjoy this more. Just me not eating in front of you. I might do a little time lapse sped up thing of me eating so you can see that I do actually eat this for my lunch, but I'm not going to try and tell you about any other things while I eat lunch. Maybe during my snack, maybe during my dinner. We shall see. But that is my lunch. I hope that inspires you. Every day I try and have a salad for lunch. The topping might be different, the dressing might be different, the protein might be different, but I really like to eat my veggies and get them in. So I work them into my macros. So anyways, now I'm babbling. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my life. Anyways, I'll see you guys later for my snack. Bye. Okay, I'm back again because I'm going to eat again because I'm hungry again, and I have an afternoon snack that I've built into my day. FYI, mason jar number 4. I'm almost done with my gallon. I just have this much left, so that's good news for those of us who don't love water. This snack is actually going to look familiar to some of you who have been around for a while. This is shameless plug of your own channel day, I guess. I have a recipe for this snack as well, several of them. I think I even have a whole playlist, which I will link. But I'm having protein ice cream, protein banana ice cream. It's a little bit different than the recipes on my channel. I don't usually use milk or any liquid. I usually just muscle it. And the only reason I'm using it today is because this is the very last of protein powder that I have at all. So I ordered more, but it's not gonna be here till Monday. So we have a few days. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have to run out and try and find something to use for the next couple days. But so I put this Good Karma flax milk because it has plus protein, unsweetened, 8 grams of protein. I'm using 1/3 of a cup to make up the difference from what I had calculated in my macros. So that is going to go in first. And then, if you have been with me for a while, you know I put zucchini and bananas. That is my secret sauce, zucchini and bananas in my ice cream. Frozen, both of them. And I've gotten lazy. I found this at Costco. It's also a shameless Costco day. Shameless plug for Costco. I don't know. I feel like I've talked about Costco a lot today. But pre-frozen spiralized zucchini. The first time I bought this, I thought, oh, I don't know how it's going to work out. But it actually works out really well because they're just little tiny pieces of frozen zucchini. So they blend up really well in the Vitamix. So I'm going to use a cup, which it says is like 113 grams. So that's what I measure out. Whether it is or it's not, that is what I measure out because for some reason that's what it is in my head. Sometimes it's like a huge frozen block because it's fine in the store, but it melts on the way home and then it refreezes. The joys of living in Florida in the summer. So I have to break it up and muscle it, but that was enough for a cup. And then for my bananas, I started freezing them in this container so I don't have to use plastic bags, even though I just took the zucchini out of a plastic bag, I'm aware, but at least it's less. So anyway, I just break up the banana. I only have a little bit left, but I have a whole bunch of bananas here that are ready to go into the freezer. So those will go in after I finish this. Break it up a little bit to help the blender. 3.2. That's close. All right, perfect. I like to measure things. I'm Virgo. I know they tend to be very organized. I'm not sure if that's also like a precision thing. Anyway, now my hands are all banana-y. Mix them off. And then this is, like I said, 1 serving of the protein powder. I'll adjust how much protein powder I put in based on macros and everything else that I'm eating to add up for the whole day. The last thing is peanut butter powder. Before my macros were adjusted, I was using regular peanut butter. Makes it creamy, but this works just as well. And I don't know what it is. Just the combination of whatever flavor protein powder and peanut butter powder always works out. Always. So I actually ordered a new flavor of protein. The same brand that I've been using, which is not any of the brands that I talked about in my best vegan protein powders. So I'm gonna do an update because I have a new brand that is a favorite and has amazing flavors. So watch out for that. So I'm gonna try a new flavor from them, but that's the one that's gonna get here on Monday. So now I'm gonna blend. This could get kind of loud. I'll do my best to do some fancy editing so it doesn't hurt your ears. It's like another workout for the day. Okay, I'm gonna blend. I always warn my husband when he's home, I always have to give him a warning. I'm gonna blend now. He appreciates that. I didn't used to do it, and he would get kind of annoyed. Now we do. Great, that's it. Now you know my secret. I'm not getting the arms that I have because of weight training. It's from making ice cream every day. Delicious. It's really good. That's what I have like every day. So I'm gonna throw this in a bowl. You can see it a little bit more. Tiny kitchen problems. I'll bring you a little closer. Can you even see that now? No. Okay, there we go. You know, I think you're crooked now is what I think. But I also think that that's how it's going to be. I also think that when you use milk, plant milk obviously, it makes it a little bit fluffier. I haven't decided if that's something that I like and that's something that I'm going to like continue to incorporate, or just when I feel like I need to use less protein powder in those emergency times. But anyway, there it is. That is my snack. I love it. So I have one more meal, dinner, I'm gonna come back for. And then I do have a dessert after dinner, which is pretty cool, but my husband will be home then. So I don't know how much of the videoing I will do. I'll probably just show you what I'm making and show you what I'm eating. If you have not subscribed, now would be a great time. Because why not? Why wait until the end of the video? Subscribe now and don't cut your head off, Alyssa. Anyways, all right, I'm gonna go and eat this before it melts. Going to enjoy it because, like I said, it's my favorite part of the day. This is meal 3, what I eat, and stay tuned for meal 4. Hey, I'm back in my tiny kitchen. My hair is getting weirder and weirder as the day goes on. Anyway, water update. This is all I have left of jar number 4, so gallon accomplished. It's not even 6 o'clock, so that's cool. I'm gonna start making dinner. Dinner tonight is, I already prepped my veggies. I didn't have enough asparagus left, so I added some snap peas to it, and I'm going to throw them in a baking dish. And I'm just gonna throw some like garlic powder, maybe a little onion powder, maybe a little salt and pepper, and bake them up. To go along with that, this is a potato for my husband, but we are going to have these vegan steaks. They're made from seitan, and that's like a marinade that they're marinating in. They're super high in protein. They're made with vital wheat gluten and lentils. So there's lots of good stuff in there. But for these, I'm just gonna throw them in this dish. I probably could have just baked them in here. I'm gonna have to pick that up in a minute. All right, so I've got a little bit of onion powder. I'm just making this up. A little bit of garlic powder. This I got at Trader Joe's. It's vegan chickenless seasoning salt with salt, onion powder, turmeric, and garlic powder. So I guess basically it's the same things that I just put on there, but with turmeric and salt. And I'm just gonna use a little bit of that actually, I think, instead of salt and pepper. I made a huge mistake the first time I used this. And I was like, oh, chicken flavoring. Put it all over some soy curls. This is very salty and I am very salt sensitive. If you buy this, be forewarned. It's like pure salt with a little bit of other stuff. So actually, I don't think I'm going to use the salt and pepper. I think I'm just going to do that and then bake it in the oven so it gets nice and soft and maybe a little crispy. And then the steaks I'm going to throw on this Cuisinart press again. I literally now use this for like everything, but it cooks them up super quick because it cooks on both sides. They get nice and brown. And yeah, I am just going to come back and show you when it is all cooked so you can just see the final product, because I don't think you really need to see me throwing steaks on the thing. And this is just going to be baking in the oven by itself. So. Okay, so I forgot that I had to make an emergency protein run. So I put the veggies in and they were cooking, and then I turned them off while we left the house and then just turned them back on. So they're a little bit like wilty, but it's fine. So I'm gonna call them done. Take them out now. See? Nice big pile of veggies. Look at that. I'm spilling everywhere. Pretty good, pretty good. Okay, let's take a look. Can you guys see this? They like actually look like steaks. And I actually do use a steak knife to cut it because it's very meaty. So this is my dinner. Veggies with some seasoning on it and a seitan steak. And I will try and remember to put a link to the recipe down below if you want to make this. And let me show you, just cut into it. It's very good. It's hot. Sorry for the eating again. Okay, after I finish my dinner, for dessert, I'm actually having cereal because it's really good. It's sweet, it's crunchy, it's cinnamony. I found this in the store. It says keto on it, but it's also plant-based. Keto Catalina Crunch, keto-friendly cereal. And it looks like little French toasty cereal, and it's really good. So I sometimes put it on top of my oatmeal, carbs on carbs. But this will be my dessert tonight, and that will be the last thing that I eat. Let me see if I can get this to stop sizzling. Probably not. So that is everything that I am eating today. Please do let me know if you like this video. These videos are a little bit more intense to make because it takes all day to show you what I'm eating all day. So if you do like it, give it a thumbs up and let me know. If you don't, give it a thumbs down and let me know, because I will make different types of videos. But from past experience, these are some of the most popular videos on my channel. So if you like it and you want to see more, definitely let me know. Let me know in the comments down below. If you have any questions or comments, I'm gonna go have dinner now. I'm going to tell my husband that dinner is ready. His dinner, his potato and his steak is ready as well. So we're gonna go enjoy that, and there. Then I'm gonna have my dessert and I'm gonna call it a night. And I'll see you guys very soon in another video. Have a good night. Bye guys.